Welcome to Suite 301. We are not in our office right now.
Where are we, Craig?
We are at LaRoche College, the site of the 2016 NCBBA National Championship Tournament, which took place here. We're here. We just crowned ECU as the national champions. We will talk about that a little bit later. But this is our monthly webcast where we bring you guys the news and the latest happenings of CollClubSports.
Yeah, remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter for all the updates about around the league. You can watch this video later on, and just stay up to date with everything going on in CollClubSports. So, Absolutely. As you mentioned, ECU did take home the national championship, back-to-back NCBBA national champs, 81-74 over Ohio State. MVP was Torres Fisher.
Yeah.
What did you think of ECU?
ECU, like you said, they went back-to-back. Very impressive. They were a very fast team, one of the fastest basketball teams I can remember seeing.
Yeah, very athletic, and they shot the ball
They shot the ball a lot, and obviously very well. And they beat Ohio State 81-74.
Also an impressive team.
Ohio State was very impressive. They shot the ball very well as well.
Yep. Analysis, #analysis. We wrapped it up today just about an hour ago, and we'll get to work on 2017. We'll see if ECU can make the trip back and get a three-peat going. But let's get Savannah on set here. We'll talk a little NCSA.
Attention CollClubSports teams, take advantage of the discounts offered through Rawlings for uniforms, apparel, and equipment all year long. With discounts up to 40% off, you can never go wrong. Contact Craig Budzik at CollClubSports.com for more info. Rawlings, the finest in the field. Welcome back. We are joined with Savannah to the set. This is something new.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I'm here in the flesh.
Three-dimensionally.
3D.
So, Sav, since everyone can see you now, what is the latest news in the NCSA?
There's so much going on in the NCSA. I don't have enough time to even talk about it.
Yeah.
It's great. Regional playoffs are literally less than a week away. They're next weekend. We've just had our final teams clinching today. A few more at large bids will be awarded this evening. Mm-hmm. Midnight tonight. Check your email. Definitely excited about regional playoffs. The polls even came out last week. They're very indicative of the fact that we are in the postseason now. So UNC joined the top 15 as well as Kentucky. Both of those teams clinching berths to their regional playoffs. So really excited about that and seeing them in the playoffs as well as our usual teams that make it. So excited to see. By this time next week, we'll know who our 16 World Series teams are.
How's that stress level doing?
It's great.
Yeah?
I feel good.
Good. And real quick, I know before we let you go, there's going to be a quick little touch on the World Series. Dates, location. Obviously, you don't have your teams yet because you're still working there. But real quick shout out to the dates and the location.
Absolutely. May 20th through the 22nd in Columbus, Georgia. Beautiful Columbus, Georgia. At the South Commons Sports Complex. It's exciting. This will be our 7th year that we're there, so really excited to be back and praying for great weather.
Always.
So.
All right. Do you have anything else?
If you guys are out there and you're wanting to follow along on the postseason, please make sure you follow us on Twitter at the NCSA. We're going to have all the posts for our regional playoffs as well as the World Series on there. So looking forard to that.
Absolutely.
All right. And we'll be here before we know it.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. Well, good weather. Hopefully you'll have.
Thanks.
Keep our fingers crossed.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, Savannah.
Thanks, Sav.
Thanks. And we'll be right back with Christian Smith. He will join us on set as the VP of NCBA Operations. We're going to talk some D1 and D2 baseball.
If you're looking to save 10% off of Best Western's already low rates, make sure to enter corporate ID 015-888-10 or head to bestwestern.com/CollClubSports to make your reservations today.
Now we're back with two NCBA gurus, Christian Smith, VP of D1 NCBA, Eric Curator runs D2 side of things. First, we're going to start with D2. Eric, how are things shaping up? What's going on in the world of D2 club baseball?
Yeah, as the season goes on and on, we obviously more teams will be clinching. We do have one at the moment. Ohio State D2 clinched District 6 East Conference. I've been following Twitter a lot today. A lot of teams have clinched. I need to sit down and sort through it all to see who officially clinched, who's on the cusp and whatnot. So a lot of announcements will be made on Facebook, Twitter, all the social media stuff later this week, probably Monday, once I get the official scores and teams officially clinched. But Ohio State is the only one at this moment, District 6 East Conference. As for the polls, we had one last week, Penn State sitting up top. The exciting thing is, for those who have been following D2, Penn State has been a runaway for each and every poll. This one, I believe, 9 points separates them and the second place team, Florida Gulf Coast, who's having an unbelievable year. I believe they did clinch. That's off the record. Still waiting on the official scores, but I'm seeing it on Twitter, so shout out to them. But yeah, things are getting really logjam on top. Florida Gulf Coast at the 2 spot, Windsor at the 3 spot out of Canada, and Akron at the 4, and then Ohio State D2, who I mentioned before, already clinched in the 5 spot. So yeah, the top 5 is getting pretty jam-packed. A lot of competitive baseball still left to be played. Got a couple weekends left in the regular season. We'll see what happens. So
yeah, should be interesting.
Yeah, and things to keep in mind moving forward, May 6th through the 8th, the district playoffs. All 8 are set. All 8 are online on the district playoff tab. I won't go through each one and locations and everything like that, but it's all there. Click on it. It'll bring up all the information about locations, hotels to be used, and everything of that nature. The World Series, May 20th through the 24th, Pittsburgh, Kansas, back at JC Ballpark for the second straight year. We're excited. As I was saying with Savannah and softball, it's going to be here before we know it. So we're excited. We're getting a lot of the preparations out of the way, and it's slowly coming together to, we're envisioning another great World Series again for the second straight year out at JC Ballpark in Pittsburgh. So
absolutely nice. It's a nice ballpark down there.
Yeah, so that's pretty much everything going on the D2 side.
So with that being said,
Christian Smith up on the set here. Let's chat some D1.
Yeah, D1, as you mentioned about D2 teams starting to clinch, and it's this time of year. That's usually what's happening. Teams are starting to clinch. I believe you had Florida State clinch last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend, South Atlantic South.
Yes, and again, off the record, but from everything I'm hearing, we have at least 2 more. East Carolina and Ohio State D1 both clinched their respective conferences. Ohio State, the Mid-Atlantic West, and then East Carolina, the Mid-Atlantic South. So 2 teams are set, at least in the Mid-Atlantic, which I oversee, and is very exciting to have those 2 teams in there. And I'm sure that there might be even a few more teams clinching after this weekend, because I believe pretty much across the country it was a pretty decent weather.
Yeah, a lot different than the week before.
Yeah, so should have a lot of games being played and a lot of other teams clinching. So as Eric mentioned, when a team does clinch, we will get it up on the Facebook group, on the headline section, Twitter, those types of things. We'll make sure to get that out to everybody. So, stay tuned for that. As far as the D1 Top 20 goes, that came out, I want to say, 2 Thursdays ago, not this past Thursday.
You'll have the new one this coming Thursday.
We'll have, exactly. But had a new number 1 team. Pitt overtook Florida State. Had 4 other new teams rejoin or join the top 20 this week 19. So yeah, it looks, there's a lot of teams with first place votes. Pitt, Florida State, East Carolina, and even Oregon, all gathering first place points. So it'll start to,
a lot's going to change.
Yeah, tighten up, as games are being played and whatnot. So we will have the next top 20 poll will be coming out this upcoming Thursday. So check that out. And as far as regionals and things like that goes, we're also all set. The only regional taking place the same time D2 is the Southern Pacific. That's also taking place May 6th through 8th. All the other regions are going to be taking place the weekend after, which is May 13th through the 15th. I'm not going to go through them all. They're all also all updated on that tab, that web banner on the NCBA website, so you can check out all the details as far as host hotels, locations, dates, things like that. And then last but not least, everybody's fighting to be one of the 8 to get to Paducah, Kentucky for the 2016 NCBA D1 World Series. We'll be back in Paducah for the second year for D1 at Brooks Stadium. Very excited for that. Oregon's the defending champions. I think they're playing pretty well, and you might see them back. But it should be fun coming down the wire and see who those 8 teams finally are.
Yep, exactly.
Should be fun.
You want to touch base on the long ball challenge? I know you got the apps.
Yeah, we got the applications are out for the DeMarini Long Ball Challenge. Get those in. I believe the due date's May 1st.
Yep.
So yeah, it's online. I believe you can go to the D1 website and under the headlines, and D2. Yep, absolutely. D2 teams are more than welcome to send in applications. And it's also available, I believe, on Facebook. But if you want me to send you one, I can easily do that for you. But yeah, that was a great event last year. Tyler Dennis from UCF won it. Yep. And Kellen Osdemore from Iowa State also put on a big show down there. So it should be fun. I'm excited. It's a great event. I know it's probably our most heavily attended event, with all the teams coming out and watching their teammates participate in it. So it's a fun event. If you're thinking about doing it, if you can hit balls really far,
it's right up your alley.
I would definitely put an application in, and hopefully we can get you down to Brooks Stadium and you can put your talents in front of lots of people.
Yep. Millions.
Well, maybe not millions.
Well,
who knows? Maybe it is.
Yep.
You never know.
Maybe.
Let's go with millions.
All right,
Christian. Well, it's always a pleasure having you on the
It's a pleasure being here, gentlemen.
It's always a pleasure. We will we'll see you later.
Edit that one out, Dan.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
And we'll be back after this commercial break.
Need more money for your club team? Fundraiser is the official fundraising partner of CollClubSports. In just minutes, you can start your campaign. For more information, contact Dan Grassi. Happy funding, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, welcome back. It's been a long weekend. We've had a lot of basketball. We've been at this course table for, 72 straight hours, something like that.
Too long.
So what do you say we wrap this up real quick? We're going to touch on an NCFA team, Metro State. They recently came on board. I believe they're the only new team since the last show last month. So let's give them a shout out, Metro State on the West Coast. Hopefully we'll be getting the NCFA, all across the country here. So that's a good start.
It's expanding, and we're definitely looking forward to, seeing the league grow and getting back on the gridiron coming up here in September.
I'm sure they're already doing spring ball, spring practices, and I think the season starts August, September. So wanted to give them a quick shout out. So Metro State, welcome to the NCFA.
Glad to have you on board. Well, I think we touched on everything.
Yep, you should probably read what you got in there.
Yeah, I should. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Always remember to watch previous Suite 301 episodes. Just go to YouTube and type in CollClubSports Suite 301. All CollClubSports teams, please remember that Best Western is the official hotel sponsor of CollClubSports. Book your rooms today and receive a 10% discount off your rooms. So
definitely keep that in mind. Everybody travels. Everybody's got to play somebody and travel somewhere. So if you got to stay over, use that Best Western.
Take advantage of it.
And lastly, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all the social media. You'll be seeing this recording up here later this week, along with other updates around the leagues and all that good stuff. So
things are heating up here.
Yeah. With that said, I'm Eric.
I'm
This is Craig, and we'll see you guys next month.